Hey guys, what a week it has been. It has been such a busy week. I don't know how to take it all in. I almost passed out yesterday. I found out that Ozzy Osbourne had passed away. 76 years old. We were blessed to have him as long as we did. If you look at it in retrospect, we were so blessed. So blessed to have that talent last for so long. And then Malcolm-Jamal Warner had passed away the day before. He played Theo on The Cosby Show. I remember him. I remember the shirt episode. It was always one of my favorite. Every time I think about being frustrated about clothes, I always went back to that episode where Theo gets a little upset that his shirt is not exactly sewn the way it should be. And then I think there's no one in this world that could have... I just don't think anybody else could have shown the frustration that he did. That episode always makes me laugh. I always get a kick out of watching him in his teenage years kind of get that frustrated. That's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm watching this, so this is day one for me. I'm not saying it was my first podcast because it is not. I have previous podcasts if you want to. Or chat videos. But I have more videos. The only thing is that this is day one for me. I've been watching this amazing lady on YouTube, and I've shouted her out before, but I really, really love her. The more I watch her, the more I just fall in love with her. She's absolutely gorgeous. She glows, and she has this way about her that she, when she talks to you, you can tell that she really cares. And she's been through so much in the last 2 years. I really can't fathom, but to hear her talk, you can hear her pain. Not so much in that she's depressed or anything, but you can hear that she's, I want to say that she's thrilled that that part of her life is over. You know, that she sees another way. But it's RHR Jen. It's her channel. It's who she is. It's where she talks about the royals and the latest gossip, and she's very, very funny, and she has a wicked sense of humor. I absolutely love to listen to her talk about Megan and the flower sprinkles. She has video where she goes off, and I'm dying laughing at her. And then she has a weight loss channel called Goose Adventures, where she talks about a significant, it's not my story to tell, but she has lost a significant amount of weight. And she talks about the things she has done to better herself, to not that anything was wrong with her to begin with, but she wanted to feel better about herself. She wanted to be healthier. And I really have appreciated the things that she says in her videos on Goose Adventures. So those are there. But this is day one, and I'm wanting to, for me, I've cut my hair. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of feels better. It's a little lighter. It just feels really heavy up in here. It's really thick for a 50 plus woman. I didn't say it. But I'm going to try to work on getting to the gym more often, putting in my steps as Jen has requested, and exercising more, making sure that I get up better and put on my makeup. You know, just, again, with her, nothing's wrong with me as I am. I want to feel better. And I'm not depressed. There's nothing wrong with me. It's just, it's life. It's, things weigh you down. And I've got to just get over that weigh down feeling. And I've got to get up and make use of myself. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. So after today, I'll probably get up, put on my makeup, make sure I've gone to the gym with or without makeup. I mean, come on, get it together, be a person. So I'm going to work with myself and I've started cleaning my room. There's a lot of mess here. There's a lot of depressive. I was depressed before, and there were a lot of things that I just set aside and said, hey, I'm going to need this later, and come to find out I don't. So I'm having my focused mind has to go through it all and get rid of it. So there's what that is. What about that Meghan Markle? Netflix has finally smartened up and said, hey, we're done. I am so thrilled. I don't wish her any harm. But if you ever just known of someone that you just want to slap, that you just want to just use all your power and just knock some sense into them, she's that one for me. I mean, other than a child. And I'm not talking about, okay, I'm not being abusive to my children, but there are times where you know your child is smarter than this. You know that they know what's going on. You know that they have more common sense than what they're acting. And because of the way they're acting, you just want to punch them. I mean, you're not going to. But you just want to... Yeah. She's my person other than my children. Other than my teenage children. They're not teenagers anymore. They're grown. And I still want to do it. No, I don't. No, I'm kidding. But I'm just so glad that her... But I have questions. What do you think is going to happen from here? What do you think? I think they're going to get louder. I think that if they crawl into a hole, I'll be shocked. But I don't think this is it. I think they're going to get louder. I think they're going to get more ridiculous. I know that they don't have much backing, so if they call paparazzi or call the Paps or anything like that to cover them, I don't think they'll come running like they did before, but I think that they're gonna get more ridiculous, more silly for some reason. I don't know. Do you think that how they behave? How do you think they will behave? How do you think as business wise, how do you think do you think she'll come up with something else? Do you think that she'll keep bragging about all her talents and all these things that she has, all these things that she has behind her? I hope not. Because I mean, I don't see, if you can't run a business and your fake cooking show flops. I mean, anything sells here. I mean, my gosh, we're still watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Just saying. I don't know why that come out. I'm sorry, but it's true. We're still watching reality TV. And that's like well over 10 years. Some of us cannot do without reality TV. I don't get it. I thought of it a long time ago. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, I wish there was a way that we could film my dad's house. And when I lived with my father for like a year, and I wanted my mom to see every inch of it. I was just so proud of my dad's house at the time, and I thought I just want to film this bit by bit and let my mom see it, you know. And I'm like, how would that work? How would you film someone, you know, day by day? And this was like the 70s, but I was like 6 or 7. But I didn't think it would ever, you know, it's one of those things where you were like, the computer hadn't even been invented yet, and, you know, you're just a 6-year-old child and you're using an imagination. But I did think about it. I just didn't put it on paper. I didn't think. I'm just a kid. I'm just imagining things. But anyway, do you think that Meghan Markle will blame Netflix for its failure, for her as ever failure? Do you think that she's gonna take stabs at other people, like maybe the people that sell the wine, the people that have come together to sell her as ever products? How do you think that she's gonna react after this? Will they really just dig themselves in a hole? And do you think a divorce is looming? Of course I do. I mean, why else? How else is she gonna make money for herself? She's not gonna be. I don't think there's anything else she can go back on. I'm pretty sure they don't need her in the acting world anymore, unless she like starts at like the real bottom. I'm curious to find out what the future holds for them too. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I think somewhere deep down there's good in them, but them showing it as of the last 7 years is just not something that they can do. But I'm curious as to where they're going to go. And what kind of money. What do you think King Charles is going to, what his behavior is going to be like? Is King Charles, will Prince William be king soon? Not by way of anyone's death, not by any way of tragic, but like, do you think King Charles will ascend the throne? Do you think, oh God, that would put George next in line and he's only 12. Wow. Such a pretty boy. Those are some pretty, pretty children. And I had theory thinking, and I'm not, please forgive me, I'm not being mean, but Meghan Markle was not the most attractive child. And in my mind, I'm thinking that she doesn't show their faces because they're not as attractive as she'd like them to be. Is that why she doesn't show their face? Something to think about. Just something to think about. Maybe they're just not as attractive as... I don't know. There's something seriously wrong. Again, I'm sure there's something nice about her somewhere, but I'm just not sure. You know, how can you go all this time without showing your child's face? Especially a royal child. And I wish she would just stop calling herself a royal. I wish people would stop referring to her as a royal. She is not a royal. She stepped into the family. She married into the family and then quickly stepped right out. So, not a royal. But anyway. What? What am I doing?
Recording, and there was a lot of noise going on.
Oh, no, I'm fine. But anyway, that's my take on that. That's how I feel. It's my opinion. I want everybody to have a good day. Hey, if you don't mind, subscribe to my channel. Like, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that, you're interested in my content. Let YouTube promote some of my videos. If you'd like, and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. And we will talk soon enough. Day 1, this is me. We'll see how this goes. Have a good one. Bye.